GM may soon be going bankrupt. The megalodon of diesel-powered vehicles is now on the verge of chaos, and it's all due to EVs. Thanks to the company's CEO, Bara, the company is facing backlash from both the government and workers. And GM is not alone in these waters. Another manufacturing tycoon, Ford, is also facing the same issues due to EVs. First things first, GM is failing with EVs due to the company's high pricing of the EVs. The typical EV that costs between $30,000 to $50,000 are being sold at $60,000 plus by GM. What? Yet they're not making any profit off of it. GM sold only 15,652 EVs in Q2 of 2023. Meanwhile, Tesla sold well over 150,000 EVs in the same time frame. That fact alone is startling. Nevertheless, GM CEO Bara is the one to blame.
By mid-decade, we will be selling more EVs in this country than anyone else.
Okay. She wants to go all in on EVs and discontinue production on gas-powered vehicles. She made a whopping $19 billion deal with LG to make a lithium battery plant that'll start pumping batteries by 2026, assuming everyone wants to drive an EV. Another contributing factor to GM's loss with EV is the Cruise project that cost the company $2.7 billion. GM is losing billions of dollars, yet there's no stopping Mary. The main factor for this loss is the UAW. The United Auto Workers have gone to war with GM. This caused the company to lose upwards of $200 million per week. Mary claims that GM does not have enough resources, while her personal income in 2022 alone was $29 million, a 34% increase from 2019. However, thanks to the GM pickup trucks, the company still has $10 billion as of last year's profits. The best-selling EV for GM in 2023 was the Chevy Bolt, but they're stopping its production, thus causing the company to stop making other EVs like the Silverado EV and the Equinox EV. In 2023, GM only sold 75,883 EVs, which is only 2.9% of their total sales volume. GM also made an EV plant near Detroit, but it had to be shut down. The shocking cause was, well, nobody was interested in buying such expensive cars. Yeah, boy. However, Bara is persistent. She says that they have to be optimistic and that there's no lowering of GM's EV pricing. The CEO of Stellantis also released a jaw-dropping statement stating EVs are dogmatic, their prices will increase, and it will cripple the middle class. The government called 1.3 million vehicle recalls, out of which 668,000 GMC and Chevy had faulty child seats. 90,000 Mitsubishi Outlanders had rear-view camera issues, 400,000 Ford EVs had rear-view camera issues, and 200,000 BMW Minis were reported for short circuits. With these major manufacturing issues, why are companies going all in on EVs? Well, the main reason is the government. A couple of months ago, Europe released its EV policy, imposing a strict ban on diesel-powered engines. The US government has also decided to adopt the same policy. They want the car manufacturers to start shifting to EVs by 2032, and out of every 10 cars sold, 7 should be EVs. That's an increase from 7% to 70% in just 8 years. And if they fail to do so, not a big deal. The manufacturers just have $14 billion of funding to rely on from the government. Yeah, figure that one out. Going all in on EVs in this current era is like selling meat to vegans. No one's gonna like it. Yet with the most advanced tech, why are consumers hesitant to buy EVs? The vital reasons for not selling many EVs are mostly fire hazards. The lithium batteries are like time bombs. Imagine you're going to your parents' house for the homecoming and suddenly your butt's on fire. That's not a good way to show up at their house. Another factor is the low mileage or range. Most diesel-powered cars are considered better when it comes to price-to-range ratio. Most of the expensive EVs, like the $80,000 BMW EV, hardly cover 200 miles with a full charge. Charging problems in drastic weather are also a concern. Just buying an EV isn't enough. You have to pay $7,500 plus tax on each of these cars, and still you can't charge it at your own home unless you have a charger. In severe cold or snowy weather, there's a 40% drop on EV range, and you have to wait twice as long for a full charge. Moreover, there are 80% more problems in EVs as compared to diesel vehicles. Regular EVs like the Prius are doing well, but other companies like Honda have advised their customers not to take their EVs seriously. Imagine that.
I don't know.
Ford has also suffered from big profit bleeding in the past couple of years due to their EV projects. The Ford F1 trucks, which had created all the hype and were supposed to be the new goats of pickups, are now sitting in the dust. Ford has suffered a major loss of $4 billion due to UAW, high pricing of EVs, and no customers at all. The new EV Mustang also caught attention, but 35,000 units had to be recalled due to their circuit issues. Ford updated the software, but still, there were issues and they finally had to replace the lithium batteries. Now they're selling their iconic EVs at potato prices. While everyone is taking a leap of faith with EVs, Stellantis CEO has raised concerns that there's not enough raw material. So it would be total chaos if we were all to go EV. Conversely, there's not enough material for production, and still, the government wants the manufacturers to produce EVs every single minute. Without raw materials like lithium, we'll soon run out of both materials and EVs. So the car companies are taking a step back and have urged the government to reconsider their thoughts. The Environmental Control has also issued a statement saying that the current vehicles should be 56% cleaner by 2032. So now that we've talked about all of that, I want to go ahead and ask all of you, what is the biggest obstacle to EVs right now? Is it range? The price tag? Or are there any EVs out there that you really like? It seems like a lot of EVs right now are polarizing in their designs. Take the Tesla Cybertruck, for example. So what do you think needs to be fixed before more EVs are rolling off the lines and into customers' hands? Of course, let me know in the comments. And also, what do you think about EVs in general? Should we use EVs everywhere or stick to traditional cars? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and watch this next video about the top cars coming in 2024.